Okay, joined by Frank Browne. Frank, a good second half performance here this afternoon against Clare. I guess the basis for the result, which was almost a win, Clare snatching the draw at the very end. Your reaction to the result today?
I suppose probably a fair result in the end. You know, we came out really well. Scored 1-2 without reply, and maybe a little bit of complacency set in. We thought it was going to be a lovely day in the sun in Parnell Park, and we'll have a shooting match, and away we'll go at the end of the season. Clare came at us. I'm really proud of the girls though. Second half, all we talked about half time was play by play, score by score. That's how you play yourself back into the game. That's what we've done. We got a dream start, a goal at the beginning of the second half, and we can't fault the girls hard. We can't fault anything like that. But as we consistently say within the dressing room, heart and all is great. Now we need to bring it on to the next level, and I suppose that's what we're looking at doing. But to give everything for the jersey, but they've been doing that all year. You know, it kind of summed up our season, good things, bad things. But we ultimately die with our boots on, and that's a noble thing to do.
Good support here as well. We can see it still in the background. That was obviously a big boost to yourselves after that first half to hear that in the second half as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Great crowd in here today, you know, and it shows, I suppose, the love for Dublin Camogie and how we're trying to progress things along. Having the mini games at half time and all creates that little bit of a buzz around it, and that's what we need to do, especially today. You know, I suppose wearing our 2020 jerseys that AIG had kind of kindly looked after and donated, and that's another step forward. And the slogan is, you know, can't see, can't be. Loads of people saw their heroes out there getting autographs signed, and that's progress, and that's the way we need to move it forward as well, you know.
The result today, the draw today, confirms that there's no relegation issues for yourselves, but obviously last week's result meant that you weren't going to get to the quarter final. Your overall assessment of the season?
I think we've learned a lot. I suppose we're disappointed we didn't get out of a group, we didn't get into a quarter final, but on the upside, I suppose we gave 7 players a debut at senior intercounty camogie, so that's progress. At times we looked really, really good. I think it's about now getting that consistency, but I think also we put in a really good base. You know, we've worked really hard on the culture, on doing things right, and now we can build on that and we can move forward. So really looking forward to next year. I know girls will go away, play their club championship now for the next 6 or 8 weeks, and then we'll reassess where we are, pull ourselves together with having a right good crack at next year.
Yeah, you mentioned there some of the positives you can take from this year. What can you take from this year to bring into next year, 2020, to, I guess, try and get some success next year?
I think the big thing that I can take, the big positive, is the girls' work ethic and their application, and they're buying into what we're going to try and achieve. You know, the organisational behaviours will say that it takes 12 months to change a culture. You know, and I think we've worked really hard on doing that, and that's given us a really strong and firm foundation as we look forward into 2020. You know, in my very first interview, I said what I loved about Dublin was the massive potential that's there, and I'm seeing it and I'm feeling it, and I'm really looking forward to building on that potential. And yes, it's going to be hard work, and yes, there's a lot to be done, and we're a bit off the pace. We're probably number 7 or number 8 in the country at the moment, but that's okay. We'll go away and we'll quietly go about our work, and we'll come back next season ready to go again.